Okay. Hello, guys. This is Jessica from Honey Beauty Supply, located in South Korea, outside of the largest military base overseas. And so I just make videos about business and entrepreneurship, especially in Asia, anything related to the beauty supply industry, and myself. So I pretty much only want to make videos uh, answering questions that people ask of me, you know. Well, I just want to plug my hair. This hair looks like it's my hair, right? A lot of people have put in the comments like, oh, I love your hair. This is the extensions that I sell, honey. And I've been wearing these particular extensions for almost 6 months. So, I mean, they're sewn in. This is my hair at the top. You can see my hair a little bit, like it's a little bit different curl pattern. But it, it blends well enough. So, this is like the best curly hair that I've ever sold. I've been selling hair for 6 years over here in Asia. And I've had some of the best vendors. I thought, I had the best vendors, and I found a much better company. And so we sell these extensions. They don't mat up or anything, and they last forever. 100% human hair. So hit me up if you want to order. And the prices are crazy. I mean, under $200. And this is like 26 inches of hair that is going to last you for a very long time. All I do is tie it up at night, and that's it. And then I may comb it, detangle it. I detangle my hair like once a week. I'm so busy. But if you have had curly hair before, usually curly hair, you need to detangle it twice a day for it to be manageable. But this hair is like, it's like so awesome. So anyways, just letting you know. So the only question I've gotten recently was someone asked, I think, I don't want to say their name, but somebody asked me in the comments about my background. And my background, actually, as an entrepreneur, as somebody who owns a beauty supply store, is very, very important to me, and I'm very sensitive about it. Because I always get these backhanded comments, such as, I remember I was dating, it's like 12 years ago. I was dating a guy from Nigeria, and he was like, "You're like a Nigerian woman, the way that you work so hard." I didn't even own businesses. Sorry, my computer's making noise. I didn't even own businesses back then. I was just working hard to save money because my future goal was to own a business. So I spent many years working like lots of part-time jobs to have savings for a business. I didn't even know what kind of business I would open, but I wanted to be ready for it financially. Yeah, you're like a Nigerian woman, or someone was like, "Oh, are you Jamaican? The way you work so hard," or a lot of people in the comments were like, "Are you half Korean?" It's very important to me for you to understand this point out there. I am black. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is so important to me. I am black. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Culturally, I was raised in a house, a single mom, a single black mom, largely in the hood. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So, even this is weave, honey. This is weave. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my leave out is a different curl pattern, but other than that, my father is, how do you say it? Nationality wise, his parents were born in Puerto Rico. Okay. But even my father culturally is a black man. And my business acumen and my self-esteem and my confidence, everything comes from being black. Like, I can't stress that enough. Because it insults me when someone tries to credit my success to I must be mixed or I must have something else in me, when black people are exceptional entrepreneurs. Exceptional. You know what I'm saying? We get copied. We get people undercut us People cut us out of deals that we create, and then try to look at us as black people like we're not good business people. And I learned entrepreneurship in the hood. Okay. When I want to say I was 11 years old or 12 years old, I was walking through Aldi's. You know, Aldi's back these days. Aldi's is, I don't know what Aldi's is about. Is they trying to do Whole Foods and stuff like that. But back when I was young, Aldi's was where you went when you didn't have no money. Okay. And I remember walking through Aldi's as a young lady, probably with food stamps. Okay, that's what I'm from. Okay, probably with food stamps. And I remember seeing a pack of chocolate candy bars, and they were 3 for $1. And I'm 11 years old, and I was like, I know I can flip that and sell those candy bars for $1. And I went home. So I whatever. Maybe I had $5 in food stamps. I don't know what I had. But that's 15 candy bars that I can flip to $15, right? And so what I did was I got a notepad like this, like you see, all I do all day. This is what I've been doing since I was 11 years old, is I sit there and I just numbers. I never did good in math class, but when it came to business, I'm just always running the numbers. And so I would fill up purses with candy bars. I hired employees, other students in the school. Okay, you're in third period lunch. You sell this bag of candy bars. You're in second period lunch, and I had a business going, and I did very well. I would take whole groups of kids out for pizza. I got my mom a limo for her birthday. I mean, we went to Red Lobster. You know what I'm saying? That was the hood place to go. That was kind of classy. 25, 30 years ago. So, in the second part of my life, of my childhood, we did move to Ann Arbor, which is an affluent neighborhood. And that's where I was able to take the natural ability that I learned in the hood of survival and make it kind of mainstream and fit in with society, was because we transitioned from the hood to affluent neighborhood. And the reason why we moved is because we had a drive-by shooting. The car that we moved from Milwaukee to Ann Arbor in had bullet holes in it. Okay, like it was a full-on shootout. My mom throwing us to the ground, covering us with her body, that kind of situation. So, and then we moved to Ann Arbor. And when I got to Ann Arbor, it was like I was in another country. I had never seen so many books, so many computer labs. This is when computers were just coming out. And so my school was directly across from University of Michigan, where I think the internet was even invented, and Apple would send computer labs full of computers, those little colorful ones that had the little hook on it, like the G, I don't know, some kind of Mac. And they would send it to my school, and we would test them out. Like, that's how affluent the school was. And, and I was able to get a cutting edge education matched with my natural street hustle. And that's kind of where I'm from. Okay, not mixed with Asian. I'm not, my parents aren't African. My mom, my grandparents' lineage is like Mississippi, I'm sure a slave trade lineage. And my grandfather was a great businessman. I used to ride my grandfather. He's a dark-skinned, very dark-skinned black man. My mother is also dark-skinned, And so I used to ride around my grandfather on his truck when he would go from business to business. You can see I also opened multiple businesses. I learned that from a black man who was just the love of my life, my grandfather, and my biggest male influence as a child. And even as an adult, my father now that I'm very close to, he's also a great businessman. So I go to him for advice on business all the time. Whenever I'm really lost, he helps me sort through my thoughts. And I feel like my grandfather is guiding me, My grandfather was in Korea. He fought in Korea. Maybe he was like, in the afterlife, he was like, let me guide my granddaughter here, So I do feel like is my lineage and my hair and my nationality that I'm a black woman is extremely important to me. Don't get it confused, okay? I taught my husband how to do business. He was against it. And if you know Korean nationals, They value being an engineer, being a doctor. Me, I was a professor when I got married. So he's like, you want to own a little store and you're a professor? You know, that's going backwards to them. So the credit doesn't go to anything but being black. And so, yeah, black and I'm proud. I'm from that era, okay? I think that was a little bit before me. But that's where I'm from. That's what I grew up seeing. And it's very, very important to me, you know, that, yeah, I'm seen as a black woman who I'm doing it because we are magical. Okay? You guys have a great night. Bye.